Very excited to be here. Feel like we set out to have it as a goal at the beginning of the season, and absolutely we believed that we had the caliber of team to make the postseason. And there's no atmosphere like Hillenbrand Stadium, and we have been fortunate enough to do a home or away with Arizona every other year, and so a lot of my kids have played here and absolutely love it. It's a beautiful facility and lots of rich tradition. So we're excited to be here. We view it as a 4-team tournament, and everybody starts over at 0-0, and we're going to come in and try to win the tournament.
Great. So we've got Stacy Rodriguez, our senior, 2-time WAC Player of the Year. Won it this year, won it as a sophomore in 2013. Michaela McAdams, junior right-hand pitcher, Tucson native, as you guys probably know. So any questions for the two student athletes, please?
What's it like for you to be back playing in Tucson at Hillenbrand?
It's awesome. I'm excited to be home. It's also it's an environment that I grew up watching, so it's very exciting to come back and actually play in the environment.
Did you come to a lot of games growing up?
Of course.
So were you available, like the school you looked up to kind of growing up kind of thing? Just that big.
Yeah, it was definitely a big school, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Look what they do.
You have a lot of family coming out?
I do.
Exciting.
Yep, family and friends.
What was your reaction when you found out it was going to be in Tucson?
I was so happy. I was like, well, we've played them, we've been there, we can do this. So it's definitely, it's heartfelt for me.
Yeah. And Stacey, going against Arizona again, what do you remember from the first series you guys played against them?
Well, they hit the ball well, we hit the ball well, so it's going to be a battle of who can score the most runs, I guess. They have good pitching, we have good pitching, so.
Does it just come into a stadium like this that has, so many fans come out to every game, and on top of it being an NCAA tournament, does it just feel bigger?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's nice to be here. Just like Max said, a lot of her family and friends are coming. A lot of us are from California, so our family and friends are coming, so it's going to be exciting to play.
Obviously, Stacy, fairly close to home for you guys too. About a 3-hour bus ride. How comfortable is it being here?
We're comfortable. We played here before. We know how they play. They know how we play. So we've got a lot of information about them. So it's a huge advantage for us.
How much do you look at the past meetings with Arizona moving forward if you were to play them?
We just take note of it. Take note of how they hit the ball, what they're going to pitch us, and just worry about how we're going to play, just be us, and we know that being us got us here, so I'm just going to keep doing that.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the region as a whole? Obviously some pretty strong talent, including you guys here.
Well, I think that, obviously it came down to the selection show to know whether Minnesota was going to host or whether they were going to be a 2-seed. So, I'm tip my hat to Minnesota. Jess Allister does a phenomenal job. We played Minnesota early in the season over at Arizona State. Very well coached team, and obviously have a All-American standout pitcher that we're going to have to figure out. But I also believe that if you're fortunate enough to make it to the postseason and already have had the opportunity to play both of the top teams in the region, that in itself is kind of a unique situation. So I think it helps kind of prevent a little bit of being in awe or overwhelmed because you're not seeing them for the first time. We've already, we know that both teams are very talented, but we also feel like we can play with anybody that's in the region. And so we're excited that we're here and at the same time have tremendous respect for Arizona and its tradition, and also for Minnesota. They're a very talented ball club, but we also believe that we put the work in and day out, the 5 a.m. weights, the 5 a.m. conditioning in the fall, that those things buy you a little bit in the area of confidence of knowing that you have earned the right to get here. We didn't luck into anything.
You guys were here in 2011 for regional. How far has the program come since then?
Well, it's funny because if you look at it statistically, we scored a lot of home runs that year. We broke almost every offensive record again with this group. I believe personally that we have a lot more depth and can rely on a lot more kids, and I actually have a pitching staff where when we came in 2011, Alex Newman threw almost every inning. And, you know, having 3 outstanding pitchers and not having to wear just one kid out all year long, they're not coming in dangling an arm. So I'm excited because in 2011, we had to play some kids so much that we were kind of hanging on by a thread. And I believe that not only are we playing our best ball right now, we definitely haven't peaked. And I believe that that can be attributed to the amount of depth that we have. We have over 12 kids hitting home runs. We have 3 pitchers that have had almost balanced innings. So in that sense, I think that we're well seasoned for the postseason.
And 3 of the teams in this bracket have hit a lot of home runs. I mean, are you expecting some high scoring games?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to swing it. They're going to swing it. You know, you're going to see some offense here, and I think that a lot of people are going to say it's because of the thin desert air. Well, I think it could be with a 200+ pound young ladies that are swinging it. They, you know, with 80-mile-an-hour bat speed, you're going to see tremendous offense.
And Alexis Dotson on Arizona is from Las Cruces. Do you have any familiarity with her?
Oh, absolutely. Super young lady, exceptionally fast. You know, Lex has legit wills. Would have loved to have kept her home in Las Cruces, but, you know, she went Pima and to U of A. I wish her nothing but the best of luck.
Any other questions for any of the 3? We're set? Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
set.
you.
So,
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.